A rapper from Panola County is behind bars charged with murder.
The young man was following them, shooting at him, and he finally got him down. And he pointed the gun at me and asked me if I was going to tell it.
What's up, it's your boy Superstar Pride, and we're now rocking on the Bootleg Kill podcast.
You can't name to me now rap song on the radio where a nigga ain't killing a nigga.
You know, it's still just something that's got to be looked into and to see what all transpired.
It was originated from my uncle, my barber. He got it.
Imagine this, a viral TikTok sensation with millions of fans, a haircut that became a meme, and a music career set to soar. But then suddenly, it all comes crashing down. The headlines, they're shocking. Superstar Pride, from viral fame to cold-blooded murder.
A rapper from Panola County is behind bars charged with murder.
What could possibly push someone with everything going for them to throw it all away in the blink of an eye? Buckle up, because this story, equal parts tragic and mind-boggling, is one you won't believe until the very end. It all started in Sardis, Mississippi, where Superstar Pride, born as Cuss Pride, grew up. Living in a tough and divided community, Pride always dreamed of something bigger. At just 13, he was already recording tracks on his iPhone, pouring his heart into his music. For him, rap wasn't just a dream, it was his ticket out. And while he gave college a try and even aspired to be a G League basketball player, fate had other plans. When basketball didn't work out, Pride found himself modding cars at his uncle's repair shop for $20 an hour. But music was always plan A. Pride worked tirelessly. Inspired by rap legends like 50 Cent and Yo Gotti, he believed he could reach their level. And by October 2022, it seemed like he was on the cusp of doing just that. He dropped his first EP, 5 Pounds of Pressure, a deeply personal project reflecting on his life's hardships. The title? It was inspired by the amount of force needed to pull a trigger, a metaphor tied to pivotal moments in his life. Initially, the project went unnoticed, but then came TikTok. But in a now iconic video, Pride performed a track called Painting Pictures from his EP, and the internet went wild. The raw lyrics, the hypnotic flow, and yes, even that bizarre haircut catapulted him to instant fame. Within hours, the video racked up millions of views. Painting Pictures became a viral sensation, earning a spot on the Billboard Hot 100 and eventually going gold. The track was so powerful that even when it was temporarily pulled from streaming platforms due to a sampling issue, fans rallied behind him until it was re-uploaded. With his newfound success, Pride quit his job at the repair shop to focus entirely on music. It was a dream come true. By early 2023, he was a rising star with a promising future, a stark contrast to his humble beginnings. But just as quickly as he rose to fame, his life took a dark turn. On July 19th, 2023, tragedy struck. Police reported the murder of Marcus Wheatley, a 40-year-old barber who also happened to be Pride's personal hairstylist. The irony? The same barber behind the haircut that turned Pride into a meme was now at the center of this devastating story. Witnesses, including Marcus's grandmother, recounted chilling details.
The young man was following them, shooting at him, and he finally got him down. And he pointed the gun at me and asked me if I was going to tell it.
According to her, Pride showed up at Marcus's mobile home and an argument ensued. Moments later, Marcus ran out, only for Pride to follow, firing multiple shots. He continued shooting even after Marcus fell, and shockingly, even threatened the grandmother's life if she spoke out. To seal the horrifying sequence, Pride delivered a final shot to Marcus's head before fleeing in his red pickup truck. The police launched a manhunt, but it didn't last long. Pride abandoned his truck and turned himself in, an act eerily foreshadowed in the lyrics of his viral hit. The question on everyone's mind was, why? How did a young man with so much promise spiral into something so unthinkable? Theories swirled. Some suggested the argument was over Marcus's refusal to help Pride with a music video. Others pointed to the immense pressure and mental health struggles Pride had been facing. Just 2 days before the murder, a family member had signed paperwork for a mental health evaluation, a red flag that, in hindsight, couldn't be ignored. In interviews,
What's up, it's your boy Superstar Pride, and we're now rocking on the Bootleg Kill podcast.
Pride had spoken about the trauma he experienced growing up, witnessing more chaos by age 7 than most people do in a lifetime. It was clear he was carrying a heavy burden, but few realized just how deeply it was affecting him. As the story unfolded, the rap community was left reeling. Industry insiders and fans alike grappled with the shocking twists. United Masters, the label that had signed Pride, went silent. OG Percy, a veteran voice in the genre,
You can't name to me now rap song on the radio where a nigga ain't killing killing a nigga.
Weighed in, highlighting a troubling pattern among rising rappers. It's always the up-and-comers, he said, lamenting how fame often comes with unforeseen dangers and temptations. Meanwhile, Pride's supporters pointed to his mental state. In his final interview before the murder, he hinted at inner turmoil, describing his struggles with poverty, family instability, and the weight of sudden fame. Some fans compared him to other troubled artists, like Hot Boy West, who also found themselves entangled in the justice system despite beating the odds to make it out of the streets. Adding to the complexity of this case is the ongoing debate about how mental health intersects with the criminal justice system. Many argue that Pride's behavior was a cry for help, one that went unanswered until it was too late. The paperwork filed for his mental health evaluation came too close to the tragedy to make a difference. It's a stark reminder of how urgent and critical mental health interventions can be, especially for those navigating fame and trauma. The legal system now looms large over Pride's future. Facing first-degree murder charges, his options are limited. Without a high-powered legal team, his case will likely hinge on public defenders and minimal resources. The grim reality of his situation is compounded by the fact that his label, once a source of support, has distanced itself entirely. It's a lonely battle, and the stakes couldn't be higher. In the broader context, Pride's story is a reflection of the pressures young artists face in the age of social media. The rapid rise to fame can be as disorienting as it is exhilarating. For many, the transition from obscurity to stardom brings challenges that few are equipped to handle. In Pride's case, the cracks in his foundation became fault lines, leading to catastrophic consequences. And yet, the public remains fascinated. True crime and rap culture often intersect in ways that captivate audiences, blending elements of success, struggle, and sensational headlines. Superstar Pride's fall from grace has sparked countless debates online, with fans dissecting every detail and theorizing about what went wrong. The court of public opinion is unforgiving, and while some express sympathy, others see his actions as unforgivable. As of now, Superstar Pride remains behind bars, facing first-degree murder charges with no bond. His trial date remains uncertain, and with limited legal representation, his future looks grim. Yet, even in the face of these dire circumstances, Pride has tried to maintain a semblance of hope. On his 22nd birthday, he shared an Instagram story thanking his fans and promising a comeback. But let's be real, the road ahead is anything but clear. The story of Superstar Pride is a cautionary tale, one of talent, ambition, and the darker side of fame. It's a reminder that success doesn't erase trauma, and unchecked mental health struggles can lead to devastating consequences. Whether Pride's actions were a tragic outburst or something deeper, one thing is certain: his story has left an indelible mark on the world of rap and beyond. So, what's next for Superstar Pride? Will he ever find redemption, or has this chapter closed his book for good? As we wait for the next twist in this saga, one thing's for sure: this is a story we won't soon forget.